Those of you listening to the recording, Miss Wingrove is going to go over the first couple homework problems. I'll go over the second. I know. Thanks. Yeah, that's number 2. You had 2 through 8. Are you tired today? It's okay if you have numbers here. It's okay if you have the numbers here instead of the triangle 2 times, because in class we didn't actually have the triangle twice. On both of our answer keys, the triangle is twice. Neither of us are going to be picky about that, though. Yeah. Good question.
So 3. Lindsay has $10 and loses 25 cents every hour. Maybe she loses more. I don't really know. The X variable is hours. The Y variable is money. C. Change Y over change X. Change money over change power. Minus $1.
Me, I don't either. I'm just. Haven't. That's kind of exciting.
Y variable is turtles. Slope, change Y over change of X, change of turtles over change of years. 2 turtles every 3 years. Slope's 2 years. Good question. Y-intercept 0, 0. Scenario at year 0, he has 0 turtles. Slope-intercept formula equals 2/3 x plus 0. And at the very bottom, turtles should be your y, x should be yours. Should look something like that. 2x minus 3y equals 0. Any questions on the ones that you didn't have to write a scenario for?
So easy. Okay, I'm going to go over 6, 7, and 8, and then we're going to move on to the notes. Okay, since the scenarios can all be different here, I didn't write anything here, but just to make sure that you're clear on scenarios, does anyone need me to double check theirs? I know I've checked a lot of your homework, but okay, can someone just give us your scenario so we can kind of go through it with that, Kevin? Okay, Kyle has 4 hamburgers, oh no, 9 hamburgers, and eats 4 every second. Oh man, Kyle, that's just not going to be so nice after you eat all those hamburgers. All right, so Kevin, in your scenario, what's X? Okay, what's Y? Okay, what does your slope represent? Just give me one of them. Well, go ahead. After change of Y over change of X, give me one of them. Slope. Give me this one. Good. -4 hamburger over 1 second, and then you could have -4 over 1. Okay, so here's your slope, -4 over 1. Y-intercept is 0, 9. In this case, 0 seconds, comma 9 hamburgers. What does this mean? At second 0, Kyle has, you said, right? Kyle has 9 hamburgers. Kyle, that's a lot. Let's go to the graph next. Based on Kevin's scenario, it should be labeled second and hamburger. Okay, your graph should start at 9. That's your y-intercept. And then your slope is -4. Who can tell me, just as a review from yesterday, how do you get to the next point if the slope is -4? All you excited people out there? I'm excited. You're not. Eric? Good. Down 4 to the right 1. Down 4 to the right 1. Rise over run. Rise over run. Change of y over change of x. Connect your points. Standard form, Madison, for this equation is what? Good. 4x plus y equals 9. Kyle. Did you? Where did you? At Five Guys? Okay. Wow. Okay. I hope not. I feel like I would choke if that was the case. There's no way. Eric? Sure. Any questions on 6 on any part of it? Okay, 7. Eric, can you tell us your scenario? Let me flip to it first. Okay, go ahead, Eric. Okay, so maybe you should have started like that he lost a jelly bean. Okay, based on your scenario, what is X? Okay, what's Y? Okay, what is your slope? I'm just going to abbreviate JB as jelly bean. And then -2 over 3 for your slope, right? Okay. Y-intercept is 0, -1. It would be 0 seconds, comma, -1 jelly bean. So the bird initially lost a jelly bean. We don't know how many he has, but he must have a big bag. In this scenario, what does it represent? I just said that. At 0 seconds, -1 jelly bean, or you could say lost 1 jelly bean. Labeling the axes, this would be second. This would be jelly bean. And when you graph, you should start at -1, go down 2 to the right 3, down 2 to the right 3. How do we get the opposite point? Andy, how do we get the point over here? Good. Up 2 to the left 3, up 2 to the left 3. There's our graph. Brian V., what is your standard form for number 7? Okay, but you had to keep it an AX plus BY form. So you always want the X term to be first. Okay, that's going to be wrong on a test. Make sure it's an AX plus BY equals C form. Everyone else, make sure your X is first, then the Y, then the number. All right, last one. I know you're excited for that. Does anyone want to give us their scenario for this one? No? You're not excited about your scenarios? Okay, Nathan?
Zach has 0 cranberries. He steals 3 every hour.
Okay. You said every hour, right? Okay, so on Nathan's, X would be hour, Y would be cranberry. Change of Y over change of X. Change of hour over change of cranberry. And 3 cranberries for every 1 hour. Did I say that right? Based on your scenario. Okay, slope, I'm just going to write down some of these, is 3 over 1. Y-intercept is 0, 0. Our graph, you need to start this one at the origin. Slope is 3. So you'd go up 3 to the right 1. Up 3 to the right 1. To get the opposite point, down 3 to the left 1. Down 3 to the left 1. Connect your points. Yes, you should have your graph labeled, but I'm going to trust that each of you do based on your scenario. Brian C., what is the standard form? Where'd your x go? Where did you get the -1 from? This is the original equation. I'm just wondering where the -1 came from. You had to put that in standard form. Did you just decide that you didn't like 0 and you'd rather -1 be there? Okay. Anyway, 3x minus y equals 0 should be your standard form. Kyle. Yeah, I was going to say that. I figured that. Well, Nathan's are usually pretty good. Eric's are pretty creative. The rest of you that don't answer, I'm sure yours are too. I just don't know. No, we're not going to. It's going to be school appropriate. All right, any questions for Miss Wingrove or myself on any of the homework? Okay, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs down. How did you do? Okay, thank you. Okay, we are going to move to the notes. Miss Wingrove is going to start us out on our objective and the beginning part of it.
Guys are all getting it out, right? I'll wait for you.
Page 15. Pink packet, page 15. And while you're taking that out, our objective is to write an equation and scenario from a graph. So now we're going to be looking at an equation and we're writing a scenario from it and coming up with the slope-intercept form. So now looking at something that's already graphed for you. Ms. Wingrove, the graphs are not in their notes, so we're going to have to make sure that, okay, I did too. We're going to make sure we did plot 3 points with them. I thought the lines were already in your notes, so we're going to have you put them in before we do the problem. We'll do that though.
So, as you said, we're going to be working backwards, so you'll have a graph. The very first thing you want to do for the very first step, you're going to find a slope of the line by counting plots. So if I have maybe 3 points that I can just count up, rise, count over, run, or count down, count over, then I will get the slope just from the graph. Really easy, that's just how you graph it, so you're working backwards. How would I find the y-intercept if I just had the graph? Yep, look at the starting point. So, you're going to find where the line crosses the y-axis. So, wherever that is, x is going to be equal to 0. You'll count, you'll see where it intersects the y-axis. That's going to be your y-intercept. So, we're going to find both of those. This is going to be m. So, we're just going to say, okay, m equals something. This is going to be b. So, we're going to have b equals something, and we're going to have the coordinate here too. Once we have those two things, those are the only two things that we need. We can substitute those in to our formula that we know, y equals mx plus b, and we'll get the actual equation of the graph. So substitute the y-intercept and slope in for m, and b, and the slope-intercept formula. That's all you have to do. Those two things are the key things: finding the slope, finding the y-intercept, and then just plugging it in.
Anyone have questions for Ms. Wingrove on that part? Wait till you're done writing. We're going to go through 3 of the examples. I need to make sure, or we need to make sure we're giving you the ordered pairs. Usually the lines are in the notes. I must have forgotten when I sent this to Repro, so that's okay. We'll make sure we give you 3 ordered pairs so that it's easy for us to come up with the slope-intercept form equation. Okay, the first one, make this a little bit bigger for you. Okay, I need you to put a point at 0, 2. I'll write them up here. Put a point at 1, 4, and put a point at -1, 0. So your 3 points should be like mine. Make sure that after you plot them, you try to make your line as straight as you can. Obviously, I know I didn't give you rollers. It doesn't have to be perfect. But try to make your line as straight as you can. And we're only going to do probably a total of 3 of these. So you only have to do this for 3 of them. Okay, does everyone have their graph? Jared, you okay today? You're just tired. Okay, step 1, looking at our graph, who can tell us what is B? In other words, what is the y-intercept? Maddie. Okay, how did you know that? Awesome. This is our starting point, or you could say this is where it crosses the y-axis. So right here, that's our B. I put B equals 2. I really prefer that you write it as an ordered pair. So if you don't want to write down at the top of your graph, or wherever you have room, if you don't want to write B equals 2, just write the ordered pair. Eric? Okay, hold on one second. So after we have B, we need to find what M is. So before Eric tells us what it is, can someone tell us what's one strategy we can use, or use what Miss Wingrove said? What do we do to find M? None of you know. I find that hard to believe. Luke, C. Good. Use the rise over run. So going from this point to this point, you can use rise over run. Going from this point to this point, you can use rise over run. Eric, what is the slope? 2 over what? Good. The rise is 2, the run is 1. We went up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Rise over run. Rise over run. How do we know it's positive? Brian? Good. From left to right, our line is increasing. It's like we're running up a hill, driving up a hill, right? So slope is 2, y-intercept is 2. Kind of boring. They're both the same thing, right? Questions on how to get those? Okay, step 3 that Miss Wingrove told you is plug them into the equation. What is the slope-intercept form equation based on that? Brian, C. Good. Y equals 2x plus 2. You're writing that in your notes above the graph where it says equation. Y equals 2x plus 2. Okay, can someone come up with a scenario for us based on that equation? Y equals, okay, everyone think of a scenario and I'll have someone tell us one. Don't write it down yet. Kevin, you want to do one? Okay. Anyone? Eric, go ahead. Catapult. I don't think I can spell that. C-A-T. Is that right? You? Okay. Say that again. Catapulted 2 beavers. 2 squirrels and well, it has to stay squirrels. You can't 2 squirrels every hour. If Miss Wingrove, thanks for spelling help. How do you think of that? Catapult. All right, that works. What'd you say, Jared? I know. So a beaver decides to catapult squirrels. All right. Anyone watching this lesson is probably going to have fun if they're listening to these, right? Okay, last thing we have to do here, don't worry about labeling the graph because the point here is to make sure you can write an equation from a line that's already drawn. We need to put this in standard form. So we have y equals 2x plus 2. Kevin, what's the first thing we do to put this in standard form? Good. Subtract 2x from both sides. So we have negative 2x plus y equals 2. Madison, how do we get rid of the negative? Good. Multiply everything by negative 1. So we have 2x minus y equals negative 2, and that is in standard form. Any questions on number 1? Okay, Miss Wingrove's going to do number 2 with you. Obviously, you should probably go through that one a little bit quicker. Not bad, right? Okay. All right. And then and then we'll do one more after this.
Okay, so these coordinates that you're going to have to graph. Oh, wait. We're actually going to do number 3.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I meant to say 3.
So confused.
Okay.
Okay, this is 0, 1. This is 2, negative 2. And then your third point is negative 2.
That's okay. Eric's not the only creative one in here. Really? Hey, Kevin. Brianna, just in time. Anastasia, just in time. Okay, listen. Yeah, that's polar bear. Has. Why don't you say has one foot? Okay, that's good. I like chocolate. He throws every 2. How about we'll leave it at every 2 hours? Notes page 16, 15. Brianna, notes page 15. Just yeah.
Okay. Standard form.
Anastasia and Brianna, at some point I need to see your homework. Sorry, my fault. Well, that's not for us. Or that's not for. Yeah, later in the year. Anastasia and Brianna, we just need to see your homework before the end of class from last night. Everyone good on number 3? I'm going to do one more with you. I mean, number 6 I'm going to do with you. Okay, Anastasia and Brianna, you'll hear how to do it on the last problem, and if not, we're recording. I'm not used to this. Thank you, Brian C., for stating the obvious. All right, on this one, I need you to plot 2 points. Actually, we'll do 3. In the middle, I need you to plot the origins. We're on number 6, so plot 0, 0, 1, 2, and -1, -2. So you're going to plot 0, 0, -1, -2, and 1, 2. After you plot those 3 points, connect them as neatly as you can. Just give me like 2 more minutes, then you guys can laugh all you want. Okay, someone that hasn't answered yet on these problems, I need to tell us what the y-intercept is. Kevin, did you answer yet on these problems? Okay, y-intercept. Good, how do you know that? Okay, why is 0 the y-intercept? Give us a reason. Good, it's on the y-axis, it's the starting point, so y-intercept is 0. Marissa, can you tell us the slope on this one? Good, how'd you get that? Good, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. You can keep making your steps. As Miss Wingrove did, yes, you can go this way, but just keep in mind this is down 2 to the left 2. So technically both of those are negatives, but you know this is a positive line. When you're dividing 2 negatives, it turns to a positive. So whichever way you make your little staircase, you're going to get the same slope, just like she did. Okay, so it doesn't matter. All right, let's write our equation. We have y equals 2x plus 0. I am just going to write it as y equals 2x. Okay, someone besides Eric is going to give us the scenario. Brian V. Brian C. starts interrupting class today. That's sarcasm, right? starts interrupting class today and interrupts, you said twice every minute or second, except for the last month, right, Brian? So you've been so good. Just because Miss Wingrove's here. Okay. All right, so standard form, y equals 2x. What'd you say? Are you okay? Oh, he's laughing so hard up here. Brian B., good job. Oh my gosh, his face is bright red. I've never seen your face that red. You want to stand up for everyone? I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, Anastasia, I know you just came in, but what's the first thing we need to do to put that in standard form? Good. So standard form, we have negative 2x plus y equals 0. Alina, how do we get rid of the negative? I lost you guys. How do we get rid of the negative? Good. Multiply everything by negative 1. So we have 2x minus y equals 0. Maddie. I know. All right, let's try to control yourself, please. Questions on that or anything from the notes today? Okay, I need you to take out your linear function practice packet. Listen. We're going to reduce it, Miss Wingrove, to 4 instead of 6. Can you write up there 12 and 13, 16, and 17? Okay, listen up. In your linear function practice packet, you have 4 problems. You have 6 minutes right now. 12 and 13 are going from standard form to slope-intercept form, and then all the fun stuff. What is x, what is y, what is slope, what is the y-intercept, etc. 16 and 17 are what Miss Wingrove and I went over in the notes today. Given an equation, given a graph, so I keep saying that wrong. Given a graph, write an equation. I want you to get started. We are going to walk around with a pen. As you finish a problem, let us know. We'll check you off. I wish we had more time, but that's okay. We had fun with our scenarios. So as you finish a problem, let us know. We will check them as you're finishing. Yes, we will go over these on Monday, depending on how far we get today. Come on in, Will. Okay, so just 12, 13, 16, 17. One more announcement, just a reminder for those of you that just came in. Next Wednesday is your 4-1 through 4-7 quiz. That's next Wednesday. Now listen, Thursday is a Keystone quiz. I already told everyone that, but those of you who just came in, you have 2 quizzes next week. One on Chapter 4 Wednesday, Keystone Thursday. Okay? Those of you that just came in, I'm going to come by and check your homework. Luke B. and Will, get unpacked, please.